Alright, so this video will provide you everything you need to know about a fire alarm pole station. Information on fire alarm pole stations. Manually actuated alarm initiating devices, commonly called fire alarm pole stations, are easy to take for granted. If you ever notice, you'll find them on the walls of almost every building you enter. And while their basic design hasn't changed much in the last 50 years or so, they remain an important component of modern fire protection systems. How a fire alarm pole station works. A fire alarm pole station is one of two types of initiating devices used in a typical fire alarm system. There are automatic initiation devices, such as smoke detectors and heat sensors, that work without human intervention to activate the alarms, while pole stations provide the ability for a person to trigger the alarm manually. Single action versus dual action. Manual pole stations generally fall into two main types: single action and dual action. With a single action alarm box, a person can activate the alarm by simply pulling the handle down. Dual action alarm boxes require the user to perform two actions to activate the alarm, such as lifting up on the handle before pulling it down or having to break a glass panel to access it. On all types, pulling down the handle completes the circuit and locks the handle in the activated position, which sends a notification to the fire alarm control panel to trigger the alarms. Resetting a pole station once it's been activated. Once a manual pole has been activated, it must be restored to its ready position. This typically requires a special tool or key which is used to open the alarm station. Opening the alarm station allows the handle to revert to its original ready position. Once in its ready position, the station is closed, which allows the alarm to be reset from the fire alarm control panel. Never try to reset a fire alarm system if the pole station is still active, because the system will just re-alarm. NFPA 101 pole station requirements. NFPA 101 requires at least one manual pole station for any fire alarm system that uses automatic fire detection devices, such as smoke detectors and heat sensors, or water flow detection devices such as sprinklers. How many of them are required depends on how large the area to be protected is and how many exits it has. These requirements are provided in the NFPA 72 National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code, which guides the design of installation and fire alarm systems, including fire alarm pole stations. NFPA 72 pole station requirements. NFPA 72 refers to fire alarm pole stations as manual fire alarm boxes. The code requires that the travel distance to the nearest pole station on a given floor must be no more than 200 feet. So, the larger the building and the longer its hallways, the more pole stations will be required. Likewise, the more exits there are in the building, the more pole stations will be required. NFPA 72 requires a pole station within 60 inches of every individual exit, and for groups of doors that are more than 40 feet wide away from each other, there must be a pole station on both sides of the grouping. Inspection and testing requirements. According to NFPA 72, visual inspections of manual fire alarm boxes are required when they are first installed and every 6 months after that. Visual inspections are intended to identify obstructions and conditions that indicate servicing may be needed, such as open or broken covers on dual action alarms. Visual inspections may be conducted by the building owner or designated representative. However, Any servicing must be done by a qualified professional. Testing the fire alarm pole station. Prior to testing pole stations, technicians will deactivate the alarms and strobes, which are tested separately to avoid disturbing the building's occupants. When testing, one technician will pull the alarm handle to activate the pole station, while another technician watches the alarm panel to confirm whether or not the notification was received that the pole station was activated. Once this is confirmed, the technician will use a key to reset the pole station. How often is testing required for fire alarm pole stations and an entire fire alarm system? Manual fire alarm boxes must be tested annually per the manufacturer's instructions. Annual testing is also required by NFPA 72. This testing is typically done as part of a more comprehensive testing of the fire alarm system, which is also required annually. Note that some insurance companies require more frequent testing, so it is always advisable to check with your insurance company or AHJ if you are not sure about how often to test your system. The end. Well, it looks like this is the end of the video, so I hope this was helpful for anyone who is starting to collect fire alarms or for anyone who is studying to get a job as a technician or inspector, but doesn't know the requirements for testing a fire alarm pole station yet. My next video will go over testing an entire fire alarm system and will serve as a part 2 of this video. So stay tuned for that, and with all that being said, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you all next time.